Welcome to Classic Car Cave. So in this video I'm trying to finish up some of the work on the 1100 convertible, and we've had a few ideas. It's kind of morphed itself, and slowly but surely we've kind of got to the point where I think we're at a point now where we're just about finished up on it. So Amir's gone off for his time off. He's actually going to spend, I think it's just under 3 weeks off. So I've got the grille for the Citroen. I've got it in a place up in Graz, which is doing the chrome for the XK150, and that should be finished soon. Unfortunately, what they're saying is the grille is too fragile. I don't quite understand that. To be honest, I think they're not really that interested in doing it, or it's too time consuming, or it's too fiddly for them, whatever. But they basically said they don't want to do it. But hopefully, if this chrome is ready this week on the XK150, for the XK150, I'm going to pick it up and we can get this in and start working on this, because the 1100 is just about finished. There are a few little jobs to do and it's pretty much there. So hopefully I can start getting on with these other things. I want to recommission my E-Type here, get that back on the road again. It's just a matter of insuring it, but we probably won't do that until next month. And then we've got to think about getting the paperwork organised for this and getting a turf on it, which is basically an engineered MOT, so that we can register it in Austria. A couple of other little projects. I want to try and get this fuel pump going so we can actually use it. I'm going to use it on a set of casters. It is actually a prop, it's not a real pump. You can see it's actually fiberglass. There's very little weight in it, but it looks really nice, and I want to put it on casters so I can move it around. One of the other jobs we have to do is on the track Mini. Sorry, I'll come over here. Is on this Mini. We're trying to find another Sparco seat for it, and I'd like to get exactly the same one so it matches up. And I've got a brand new RPM gauge that I want to put into this car as well for Ventilspiel in September. So we're registered to go. I think it's on the 21st of September, which is a video I put up last year. I really would like to have a better differential so we could keep up with the other cars, but I think for once a year it's not really worth it. This car was built for hill climbing or sprint racing, because it's very quick. It's exceptionally quick in acceleration because of the gear setup in it, the differential setup in it. So for short, sharp hill climbs, it's perfectly set up, but not for the Ventilspiel. On the corners, brilliant, I can get past people, but on the straights or the longer straightaways, you've got no chance. Everything's just flying past you, but it's still fun. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said, we're just about at the end of the 1100 special, and I think it's turned out not too bad. You can get a little bit obsessed with these things to get them that little bit better and that bit better, and I don't like putting out work. If it's a car that I owned, I wouldn't allow it to go out, and I certainly won't do that with anybody else's stuff. But I don't do it commercially. I'm only doing it because these people are friends of mine, and I quite enjoyed the process of taking it from what it was to where it is now. So I hope you enjoy the video. So we've glued down this in place now. We're going to leave it over today to make sure everything's nice and glued in. These extra two pops here originally were just rivets on the belt, but what we'll do is we'll put two clips onto the belt. So these are the ones that hold the canvas on, and these two here and these two here will hold the two belts, the webbing that holds the roof in place. Just need to make one more. We had to go for 4mm rivets, but the problem with the 4mm is the head is too big. These heads are too big, so what we had to do was put it in a drill and put it on a file and burnish it on a file so it would go down deep enough inside, and like that. So and then take this, start gluing this side round now, but I think that's a big difference. I think it was much nicer, the grey. So what we decided to do is keep this nice piece, and we've cut the ends off. I had some issues because the vinyl was creased up and it was stretched and so on. and what we've done is cut these two ends off. So what we're going to do now is get some, I've got some new pipe, and we're going to heat it really slowly and try and get it to bend in exactly the right, and you can see there that that's all on. Just finishing up that bit there. So what'll happen now is we'll keep the main piece with the 3 bolt holes in it here, and these 2 corner pieces will be able to come out, and so will this to put the hood on. And hopefully we can get rid of all of them creases and so on. So I've got some more pipe, and here, so we're going to try heating it really slowly and trying to get a really nice bend in them. And so we're on to plan, I don't know, D, E, F or something, whatever. So we'll let you know how we get on. We came up with another idea to try and use some flexible pipe. Martin Reed, a friend of mine, he was suggested, because he has some in his camper van, which is much better because obviously that bends. That bends on its own. So we tried that, and it works. The only problem is, as I said, so we've made these ones out of this. We tried to bend the pipe, but it was too difficult. I don't know whether it's because it's a different type of PVC for water or electric or whatever. That white stuff, that white conduit seems to bend a lot easier than this does. Anyway, so that would work, and we could use this. The downside is this rib shows up. So, and we've cut the sponge out of it, but it won't come too far across because now this tubing is hitting up against it. So Amir's upstairs, he's just come up with another idea. Amir's upstairs now with we've got loads and loads of offcuts of wood. What he's going to try and do is build this so it comes in line with this here. Because the problem is when we go to put this end on here, this is this far back, and then this comes right to the edge here. So I'll show you. Yes, you can see here. So there would be a gap across here, and there wouldn't be a gap here, but there'd be a gap from here to here. It would look horrible. Anyway, so that's what he's going to have a little go and see if he can make one, and then recopy it. So I've been making these up. These are the caps for the end. So you can see what I've done is I welded 2 bolts on them. So the cap this is the cap. I made all right. So I made the cap, and I made the holes bigger so we can adjust it slightly there. So it pops on like that. And then obviously we'll put the vinyl onto this cap here. Be a lot easier to do it. And that's one I've just made there. You can see it's still, I only just welded it. Just welded it all the way around there. So I'll clean it up, and that actually fits really nice. That's what you've got, the face there. We'll drill 2 holes in it, put 2 studs in this. The cap just goes on the end like that. Bolted from inside. Bolted in there, and that's it, stays with it. Okay, so we're getting, so there's the cap on that one, that's solid. You can see it doesn't catch here on the door. And then this will come back up here. Oh, yeah. That'll come back onto there like that. It's not even bolted down yet, so I've got to bolt it down. So it's bolted through there, and then we put that vinyl cap on it. So it'll come along there, that'll be the next one. You can see now that fits so much nicer into the corner. It's not strapped down yet. Neither is this one. And then we'll make another band to go across here. But we need to pad it out a little bit more here to get it to come in line, but I think that's going to work. This is the bit, trying to cover this bit here. You can see once that's in place, that's going to look so much better. We might have to use some foam here and then make the band across. So yeah, that's approximately what, but that's much better than it sitting over there. It just looked shit when it was on the edge, when that bit was square there. I think that's so much nicer. And then on the other side, I just finished the cat this morning for the other side, and you can see that's how it looks in metal. And again, this rubber comes up here, and you can see when you shut the door that the vinyl on that's not going to catch. Sits right there. So what I need to do now is put the vinyl on this one. There we go, there's the cap. So was that. Very basic, but does the job. Good. One step closer.